Hey guys, hi, this is Amy L. Thank you so much for joining me today as we talk about, I think this is my third real week of marathon training. I'll be doing the Disney full marathon in January 2020, and this little vlog is just because look, there's a lot of us who don't feel like we're runners at all, and yet we want to do a race, and sometimes we want to really push ourselves. So this is just my update on what I've been doing as a non-runner who's running to train for a full marathon. I hope you find it helpful. I'm doing this as a supplement, but not a replacement to the regular videos I do on Healthier with Amy L, where we talk about losing weight, keeping weight off, making healthy choices, and especially food. That's one we like to talk about a lot. But so this week, I thought I'd give you an update on what has happened last week and what's coming up this week, and some tips and tricks that I have learned. So as you all know, Friday was my longest run so far. It was 6 miles and I made it. Yay. But here's the thing that happened. I ran out. It was an out and back. So it was a 3 miles out and then 3 miles back. And when I got to the 3 mile, to the turnaround point, so the farthest place from my house, my music said battery low. And if you are a non-runner like me, you know that oftentimes the only thing that keeps you going is the music. And the thought of having to do 3 miles, which for me is about 45 minutes, without music just sounded awful. So I did make it the rest of the way back. My music did survive, although it started kind of repeating the same song over and over again. At the end, was I ordered a new music player. What I have been using is an iPod Shuffle, and these are great, but they don't make them anymore. And I have also had iPod Nanos, and I had a big iPod as well, that have all died. And I find that I think it's just, I sweat a lot, right? And they get wet and they die. And no amount of sticking them in rice or anything seems to help. So I have a number of dead ones. And I didn't want to spend $200 on a used iPod Shuffle. So I started looking outside of iPods to try to find something else. And I had a really bad experience. I went on Amazon and I picked a very highly rated, no name, little MP3 player. And I got it home and I unboxed it, and they are paying for reviews. This was in the box. I was so mad. It said, do you want a $20 Amazon gift card? Here's what you have to do. You have to write a 5-star review and leave it on there and send us a screenshot and we'll send you money. And I personally do not want to support companies that are paying for reviews on Amazon, because that's how I make a lot of my own choices about what to buy. So I sent that back and I did notify Amazon. So then a couple of days ago in the mail, I got another one. And I think it was $35. It has all kinds of stuff in it. It's got an armband, it's got a wristband, it's got everything. But it's bigger than the Shuffle, but so far it's working okay. I took it for 3.5 miles this morning and it was fine. I think what I'm probably going to do is use both of these for my long runs, but we'll see. This one's also Bluetooth, and so I got some Bluetooth headphones. They were a lightning deal on Amazon. And again, so far they're working out okay. You guys aren't going to find any descriptions or anything underneath because I don't have affiliate links. I don't do any of those things. But it's just, if you see it, so far it worked. It worked today. And then for my iPhone, I tend to go back to the Philips Active Fit, because I always worry about them falling out of my ear. And so I like ones that kind of hook so that they can stay in, and they have to be like waterproof for me, not for swimming, just because I sweat a lot. So these are my new products for this week. I will tell you that on Saturday after my long run, my knee started hurting just a little bit. So that's a little scary. And so I've got a couple of things I'm trying this week. One, I am going to be trying some collagen supplements to see if that helps, and glucosamine, and see if that helps, if it's a joint issue. I also think that sometimes my feet kind of come out and I need to make sure that they're straight when I'm running. So I paid special attention to that. And then somebody said, try to keep your knees down and your heels back. So I'm trying to concentrate on not lifting my knees as much, but keeping them down as I'm knees down, heels back. And we'll see. But my next long run is on Friday. It should be 7 miles, and we'll see how that goes. One other thing that I learned, just as a little tip this morning, was the first day of school for us, and my daughter then was going to be getting up at 6 a.m. So I went for a run at about 4:45 this morning. I know it was a struggle, but here's what I've learned. I'm not doing that again, not because I was tired. I was actually okay with that, but there's a big difference between it being black outside and it being dark blue. When it is black outside and all the stars are out, I live in a nice neighborhood with mature trees, but that means all of our sidewalks are kind of like this. And the whole time I kept thinking I was going to fall because I wasn't sure where the sidewalk was going to be even and where it wasn't. For a little bit on some of the quiet streets where I knew there were no cars and I could see the whole street, I ran on the road. But that's not a long-term solution. So for me, it means I've got to wait until about 5:15 in the morning is when it started being light enough to be able to see, but that's going to get worse. So I'm going to have to play around with that, and I'll let you know what I come up with. So next week, hopefully, I'll report favorably on a 7-mile run. This week, I'm also going to be getting a massage, and so I'll report on that, and I'll keep you up to date on my knee issues. I'll also talk to you about some playlists I've been coming up with and some podcasts. So wish me well this week. Thanks, guys. Bye.